Stock market, S&P 500. We're going to look at a short-term view on the SPX and this rejection at important resistances. We're also going to take a look at some complementary analysis looking at SMH, and I'll show you our futures hub, which you can get a ton of information on and really expand on what I'm showing you right now. Let's take a look as we switch over to the daily chart on SPX. So for those of you that are our members, you've been notified that there was a slight little shift in here where we expanded these cycle brackets by the minimal amount and shifted them a little bit to the right. We get that information by the magnitude of this advance in here. We thought originally that it would get up maybe to about 410 to 440, and then RV said around 463. It actually got to this high here about 458. So it's in an area of rising phases right here. What's really interesting for those of you that are students of this work is that the dominant cycle right over here has got two minor halves, as you can see. And you could see the beautiful way this lines up right over there with these two time cycle lines showing you about the point in the middle where it should ideally have that trough, the bottom in there. And it comes down in here and hits the 161.8 or right near that, and then tries to get up. Of course, this is that reversal on NVIDIA, and I showed that chart earlier in the show if you want to go watch the full show, and that big reversal right there. That is very likely going to be the high that we're going to see in this upward attempt in a rebound in here. It may try again early next week to get up to these levels, but you can see our analysis is suggesting that this minor cycle right over here will get it to take up below this low, and if it gets below 43.35.31, it could really accelerate to the downside. Targets right now are at around just over 4,200 and around 4120 right over there. And then this next rebound right over here is likely to fail and then come down and maybe even get under 4,000. Our intermediate cycle analysis, which I'm not putting up right now, but you can see it on our charts, and I'll show you how in just a moment, that is pointing still to a decline out into the mid-October time frame. Now, one thing that is really interesting in here is that this is the RUT cycle, R-U-T, and you can see the beauty of how overlaying this, where it actually becomes minor thirds in the dominant harmonics right there, is just fantastic. Look how this low lines up, this low lines up, this low lines up right there. These are where actually the patterns are in the Russell, and all of them right over here are syncing up to lows there and then getting this rally. So right over here where the Russell turns down, right over here where there's likely a decline in the S&P 500 also aligns with the NASDAQ. So this is a period in here where we're in a minor rebound, and I keep warning that because of the conditions that are in here of negative momentum, this is the slim ribbon right over there. This is the slim ribbon PO, which gives you the warning that momentum is regaining its energy on the downside there. You can see where it did it there. Look what it was doing on the upside. Positive, positive, positive as the market kept moving up. This is a very important indicator to have. Level 4 members only get this. And you can write to Matt at askSlim.com to find out how to get the slim ribbon PO. Now, the projection in here is such that there's some room in here, and a range between this 44.70, this 43.35, that it could be bouncing up in here and down for a little while before it then does turn down. But again, under 43.35.31, that is a negative warning, and it could actually accelerate to the downside. I want to switch over now and look at the SMH, because I think this is really important, because it is really the SMH that is very much leading the market, as we saw the big reversal there in NVIDIA and in a lot of those semiconductor stocks. Look at that big reversal that you see right over here. That is really important. And it really says that those stocks that have been leadership stocks moving to the upside are likely to fail. If you get below this level over here, that low being 143.35, that is going to give you the potential for an acceleration down into these support levels. And this low right over here is expected mid-September, and then this low right over here is expected to be in that next cycle somewhere around mid-October. If I show you the weekly chart in here, let me just put up our weekly analysis. That's what it looks like without our analysis, and this is what it looks like with our analysis. This then points out in the SMH over to this low in mid-October. This is very much in alignment with what we're seeing in the major markets. So the downward turn in momentum here is giving you the negative conditions and why these are failing. This is likely to get down here to 135 or lower. Here's that daily chart again. So 135 is where this fib extension is down over here. So that's what we're really looking for. Lower prices, and these market leaders, these semiconductors now being in a negative condition. Look on the bottom, the slim ribbon PO, and you can see that right there, and that's giving you all of those negative momentum signals, which says the upside is likely to fail and that the downside is likely to command. That means sellers in command, and you can see right over here where buyers were in command. Again, really having this slim ribbon PO is just a huge help when you do your analysis. So that is a look, as you can see, the side-by-side here in the semiconductors right there, which are giving quite negative conditions. Let's switch over. I want to look now at the futures hub. This is how you get more of our information. This is for level 3 and 4 members. Level 4 members get our live charts. Level 3 members get these updated charts whenever there's an update to do. And you can see in here, see that little message right over there? This is my comments that I put out whenever I do these updates, and you're going to want to read those on a regular basis. And here, if I click on the S&P 500, here's that weekly chart. I'll just click on it and blow it up right over here, and you can see that negative momentum there. I didn't show you the chart on the other charts. I just wanted to show you what this looked like right over here. So that's the S&P 500 weekly, pointing to a decline out into October. So yes, you can get this. You get the daily chart right over there. You can get our video analysis right there, and from the Future Speak show that Arvi presents, all the technical details. And for level 4 members, this takes you right to the chart link right over there. So that's the weekly chart. So if you're interested in all of these markets, there's 26 different markets that we have information on, then I think you will find it absolutely valuable in all of these markets. You can get all that information, my comments right over there, all of the charts in all of these markets. Let's go back for 1 second just to the NASDAQ right over here, and I want to go to the daily chart. And one of the things I want to show you, you look on the bottom here, our option bias indicator right there, and you could see that failure right there yesterday. The option bias indicator is the first time negative since January. It stayed positive. This told you to bias your positions long when you were an option trader or a swing trader. You could still use it for that. And this is what it's telling you right now, that the conditions are very negative. And of course, that's available on all of the charts that we share here in the Futures Hub. So please do consider becoming an level 3 member and getting this just great information that you get in our Futures Hub. That's what I wanted to show you today in the stock market. You see that alignment that says that rallies are very likely to fail. We're getting a confirmation on that looking at the leadership in the semiconductor stocks. And as I said, NVIDIA is still falling. NVIDIA still falling to the downside after that big upside pop, trading well over 500, now trading at 451 here at midday on Friday, and just a warning that that'll try to pop, it'll try to rally, so will the market, and very likely to keep failing. Big risk, I believe, down into the mid-October time frame. We talked about this well before this happened, that this was the timing for the period of risk. And that's where we are right now. Make sure that you do go to our website and sign up for Level 3. Get that Futures Hub and all of the other 9 fantastic areas on our site that bring you information. Updated regularly. You'll get all 600 of our videos that are in there. It's just amazing. You'll be on Discord, be able to ask questions of the team. Get our new market condition monitor. I can't list it all. You got to go in there and look at it. It's just fantastic. I'm so excited about everything that brings to you. So please go to askSlim.com.